There's nothing you can do to keep me from loving you. He's forgiven me, so I'm forgiving you. Promise I'll be a brother to you. I'm gonna go to the train I know, holding on to hope. Together we're unbreakable, unbreakable. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. That song, very self-explanatory. If you didn't hear the chorus, I was having a hard time forgiving, I'm going to be honest, I was having a hard time forgiving Jonathan because sometimes we don't get along, but that's where love comes in. We need to love like God loved, and we need to forgive as God forgave. So that's the first subject of being all in. That is one subject we need to be all in about, is relationships and forgiving other people. Forgive as God forgave us.
I'm going to kind of, first of all, I want to talk about the next subject of the thing, and then we'll do the song. But this next song is actually called Dear Mouth and Mind, and the whole idea behind it is that it's about words. It's about what we say, and it's about how we say it, and it's about controlling and making sure, like, we're not just saying everything comes from our minds. I think that when the Bible says, it's really interesting because it says that the tongue is the most unruly member of the body, and it's the one part that we have the least amount of control over. But there's another verse in the Bible where it says, well, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And I think the same goes with the mind. If your mind is already somewhere, it's going to be much easier for something to slip out of your mouth. Like, say, for example, if you're stuffing a bunch of, if you're watching a lot of stuff on YouTube or movies, and they tend to talk about things that are not wholesome and not godly, those things are going to be more apt to come to your brain, and it'll be more apt to come out of your mouth. It'll be easier to say them. So you've got to guard what comes in, and you've got to guard. You got to guard what you're taking in, what you're listening to, what you're reading, what you're playing, what you're watching, and that in and of itself is going to change how you speak, because you are what you eat, and it applies to everything else.
So if you eat a box of nerds, you're a nerd.
That's how you turn out like this.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Not playing. So we're going to go ahead and play this one for you. We'll just go ahead and get started. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time I start to speak, the words start flowing out of me. Oh, oh. Showing off my bitter seeds like water running through the weeds. Oh no, oh. And it's dark and cold inside my heart, my mind, my soul. They need to restart. Oh, dear mouth, won't you hear me out? Sticks and stones may break my bones, your words are sure to kill me. Oh, dear mind, don't believe the lies. Stop stumbling in the dark, keep looking for the light. Hey! Oh, 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 hey! Oh, busy bodies everywhere, and all the closets set for there. Oh, oh, the things you say you can't forget, your mind's all filled up with regret. Oh no, oh, and it's dark and cold inside my heart, my mind, my soul. They need to restart. Oh, It only takes a single word to grab a young heart through the dirt. Oh, oh. And truth is often tough at times, so hold your tongue and keep your life. Oh, oh.